All right, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. Welcome to another
Continue for half a mile.
True Disciples of Christ Bible study. And we're the True Disciples of Christ. Want to tell them today's topic. Good brother Barak Shah, the Blessed Prince.
Con.
Quarter mile. Keep left at the fork.
We're talking about today how the feminism. Let me get the title exactly right because I'm on the stream yard. How the feminism. Oh man, I'm sorry.
What, what,
Excuse
about,
me.
what about the great general, the man with 9 wives?
Excuse me.
Um,
Left at the
The,
fork to continue on
the
exit
disrespect of
190.
man and Yah by modern feminism.
uh, all right, so probably most people under the sounds of our voice, either you have actually been involved with the court
Yeah, I'm
system.
not sure what's going on.
Keep left at the fork.
Either you've been involved with the court. Barak Shah, you can still hear me?
Con.
Con.
I think something's going on
Continue
with
on I-95 south for
the
4
general's
miles.
communications. They probably got 8 of those 9 women trying to contact him at once. So his communication devices are malfunctioning. But we're gonna malfunction his internet with intellect today. Come on. So so probably every man that sounds our voice, he's either actually even been involved with the court system due to being involved with a woman that laid down and created life with him, or he's about to be involved with the court system because he laid down with a woman that created life with him, and then she miraculously decide, nah, it's better that I end this and use the children as a weapon to gather currency from this man. And all of a sudden, this man becomes horrific. He becomes terrible. He becomes the worst thing that she could think of. But keep in mind that she laid down and she created life with this man. And at those times, unless it was planned, do you really think she was thinking that? Unless it was a planned um, trap to, just hook him up,
In 2
to
miles,
just link
use
him
the
up.
right 2 lanes to take exit 27 west, ride 495 west towards Silver Spring.
Traffic's horrible. So is the great one in the room? The one Nefertali? And if so, is he's permitted to talk? Nefertali, you here? Because I know these things could get pretty bad at times.
Like,
I,
not in.
I thought I saw him. Wow. I did send the brother the link. You just never know how these things gonna go. The strongest and the biggest of them are broken down with that thing that you call the vajayjay. Come on.
God.
So yeah, yes sir. So yeah, first let's since it's the Shabbat, let's start with a few scriptures from the Torah, man. If some brother would read anything from the Torah, that would be great to start it off.
Con. Start off with Exodus.
Come.
Yeah, let them get this work. And when you read, man, let's read with conviction so they could get this work. Because Eve really needs to hear this. See, the women that don't want to admit that they're wrong, they'll come on here and they say, no, we're both wrong. No, you're wrong. Because there's an order in this earth. Understand that. And that's what every man needs to understand. When a man starts to talk about, now we both, I don't want to hear that Eurocentralized nonsense, right? There's an order in this earth. Understand this, and women won't like this, right? When a woman is talking to her husband, it's like a man talking to his child. That's the order. You understand that? That's what submission is, man. And the Eurocentric world has taught otherwise. But that's if the husband told you to be quiet, then that's what it is, because he's like God to you. You can find that in Ephesians 5:22 through 24, man. And if you got a woman, she's not willing to adhere to that, man. It's time to get a woman of the other nations, man. The black woman is almost a lost hope. Because any man that I'm gonna talk to, man, I'm gonna tell him to stay the hell away from the black woman. Because it's a 3-generational curse. And her mouth is the infestation that's infesting these younger children and these men that's coming on and still trying to throw up hands and defend the so-called black woman. They want you to be loyal to a witch. I refuse to do that, man. You got to call it for how it is, man. Her mind has actually been Eurocentronized, and you got to call it for what it is. And you're a fool if you continue to try to participate in relationships with someone that really don't want to be in a relationship with you. So let's start reading from the book of Exodus, man. Shemot, the Torah. Let's get this work.
The book of Shemot, Exodus, chapter 20, verse 1. And Yahuwah spake all these words, saying, I am thy supreme Elohim, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Salakia. Thou shalt have no other gods, lowercase g, before me. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For I, Yahuwah, thy supreme Elohim, am a jealous God, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the 3rd and 4th generation of them that hate me, and showing mercy unto thousands of them that love me and keep my commandments. Thou shalt not take the name of Yahuwah, thy supreme Elohim, in vain, for Yahuwah will not hold him guiltless that taketh his name in vain. Remember the Shabbat and keep it holy. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work, but the 7th day is the Shabbat for of Yahuwah, thy supreme Elohim. In it thou shalt not do any work, thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates. For 6 days Yahuwah made heaven and earth, the sea, and all that is in them is, and rested the 7th day. Wherefore Yahuwah blessed the Shabbat day and hallowed it. Honor thy father and thy mother, that thy days be long upon the land which Yahuwah thy supreme Elohim giveth thee. Thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not commit adultery, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife, nor his manservant, nor his maidservant, nor his ox, nor his ass, nor anything that is thy neighbor's. And all the people saw the thunderings and the lightnings and the noise of the trumpet and the mountain smoking. And when the people saw it, they removed and stood afar off.
All right. Now, there's some things that I said that we need to address. First being, a woman's husband is like God in her. Let's address that, and then let's address what adultery really is. Because the way that the so-called white man has Eurocentronized our folks' minds is that adultery is not only a woman that goes out and have sex with a man if she's married other than her husband, but they falsely taught you that adultery is a man that goes out and have sex with a woman that's not married. That's only the so-called white man's version of adultery. That's Rome's version of adultery. That is not biblical.
Cool.
You cannot find that written in the scriptures, man. And so the first thing that our people are going to have to do, and this may sound racial, but it's not, it's realism. The first you're going to have to do is divorce Eurocentric ideology. Eurocentric ideology for a woman equates to feminism. It's nothing but a feminist society that's designed to demolish, first dilapidate, then eventually demolish the moral fabric of the Israelite community. And so now Eve is riding that wave of feminism. And you know, she pretends to be, oh, I don't have a problem being alone. That's a damn lie, man. She can't even function. She's dysfunctional. A woman that doesn't have a man is a dysfunctional woman. So don't let any of you men let a woman tell you otherwise. She pretend to be happy with a bunch of damn vibrators. Yeah, I mean, sometimes they even cross over and get involved with other Eves and get into those kind of relationships. And you know, keep in mind on the DSM-4, that was classified as a mental illness. So Esau knows that it's wrong, but because now he's trying to push feminism in the DSM-5, that's no longer considered to be a mental illness. See, if you're an intelligent people, you should be able to look down and determine what sex you are. I mean, you got the same organ as someone else. Common sense should tell you, oh no, so this is not normal. When you have to bring artificial things into the equation, Kadar, it's not normal. You understand what I'm saying? See, think about it. How these people get off that and they want us to conform to it. Well, if it's normal, why you got to bring something artificial into the equation? Why can't you just utilize what the Most High is giving you? They're showing you that it's not normal. So let's go to the I made a bold statement, and you Eve, you need to be quiet and get this work. They're gonna get this work today, but now you know what I said to you?
Gone.
They're gonna get this work today, man. So I said the woman husband is like God into her, but I'm just regurgitating what the scriptures say. So let's go to the book of Ephesians, the 5th chapter. So reading at 22, because they love to scream Christianity, right? They love Christianity. They love that pedophile that they call JC. They love him. That hippie, that Charles Manson lookalike that they call JC. They love it. So let's get this work. Let's go to Ephesians 5. Is a great general devices connected? Tell them some of the wives stop calling them, man.
Does this sound any better? Am I breaking up?
Yeah, it's a lot clear. No, it's clear now. It's clear.
Oh, excellent.
The book of Ephesians, chapter 5, verse 22. Wives, submit yourselves unto your own husbands as unto Yahuwah.
Okay, so hold on. So I made a bold statement, and there's the confirmation. So that's saying.
Oh, he fell out.
Oh, dang here. So you done fell out.
We can expound on what if the good brother can expound on that till the brother come back.
Say
picking up where he left off. He said he made a very bold statement. Oh, yeah, you got it, Kadar.
I agree with you. It's simply said, wives, submit yourselves unto your own husbands as unto Yahuwah. Period. Ain't nothing else after it. Ain't no semicolon or nothing. It's a period.
That part after the comma is the most important there, right? Submit yourselves unto your own husbands, comma, as unto the Lord, as unto the Supreme Elohim, as unto Yahuwah. Treat your husband like he's God to you. They don't do that. They don't do that. They think of you as just another man. Your husband is supposed to be the most high unto you. A little g, little o, little d to you. In the words of Nefertali, they seldomly have that type of respect and reverence for a man. That's why we see men get raped in the court system.
And that's literally like the destruction of the family, because if a man can't be in his rightful position, then everything else is going to be out of whack, out of order. So how could you expect it to stand?
Come on.
And if the woman is rightfully submitting herself unto her husband, that don't mean talk back about everything, man. That means be accountable. If your husband comes to you and tells you something, it's not about but nah, nah, nah. No, I understand, honey. Forgive me. I'm gonna do better. Simple. It's real easy. But that ego, the biggest thing with the melanated woman is she must run her effing mouth. And
Come
don't realize that if she don't do that, and she can simply take in instruction, her husband will love her strong. You get what I'm saying?
Uh,
Who wants to be talked back to, man?
uh. And it's like when she does that,
Yeah, and to put it plainly, oh,
Shalaki, go ahead up.
yeah, I think I have a delay. Forgive me. But what I was gonna say, to put it plainly, talking back, um, asking for clarity if you don't understand the mission, the or the question. It's really in our excuses for our place. So now, and it puts up
Shalaki,
walls
generally breaking up
to
bad up.
communication.
on.
Shalaki, generally
Phone st-
breaking up
phone overheated. Supposed to
bad.
bring so much heat, man. The phone started overheat. But let's finish that. Ephesians 5:22. Read that again. Good dog.
Con.
Phone just shut down. Overheated.
The book of Ephesians, chapter 5, verse 22. Wives, submit yourselves unto your own husbands as unto Yahuwah.
So that, you see that Barak Shah? That
Come.
shows you that and this is what I'm gonna tell every man in the sons of our boys. If your woman don't listen to you, get rid of her. Because this right here is telling you that you're supposed to be like God, man, unto your woman. Read that again. See, they love to be Christians when the Bible could work in their favor. You see what I'm saying? But when you read the Bible like it's supposed to be read in Isaiah 28, verse 10, precept upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, she don't want to read the Bible anymore.
Con.
She wanna read the Bible interpreted by the theologians of JC, that Charles Manson lookalike, who was a pedophile and a homosexual. See, she want to read it according to their breakdown.
Con. Wives, submit yourselves unto your own husbands as unto Yahuwah. For the husband
I
is
want
the
to ask
head
you,
of...
man, how many of you, I want to ask you, man, how many of you have a woman that does that? She submits to you like you're the most high. How many of you on the call right now? How many of you in the audience?
La.
How many of you got one like that? Because remember, this is how the women of old were. These are the real biblical women. Remember, someone get the precept where it say for Sarah honored Ibrahim, even calling him Lord. That means she was calling him, like the Most High. You're not getting that. You're in the third generational curse, where a woman think is cute and sweet to be a feminist, and the woman that tries to do this, she gets ridiculed. The woman that tries to submit to her husband, she'll get ridiculed. You know what I said to you, Barak Shah? She gets ridiculed. There's no hope.
First Peter 3, verse 6. As Sarah obeyed Ibrahim, calling him Lord, whose daughters you are if you do good and are not afraid with any terror.
You see that? Does everyone understand that? She called Abraham Adonam, Adonam, Lord, because he was like a god to her. But let's go back to Ephesians 5 and 22. Read it one more time, man. Eve's gonna get this work today.
Come.
Wives, submit yourself. The book of Ephesians, chapter 5,
Do
verse.
what? Hold on. Do what? Whoa, man. What kind of Bible you reading there?
No, I ain't called the scripture out. I had to go back to it.
Well, hold on. What kind of Bible you reading? That word says submit.
This is the King James.
You sure you didn't get that? Where you get that at a Cracker Jack box? The Bible reads like that? Submit?
This is exactly what it say.
Who is it telling to submit?
Wow.
Hold on. You sure it's not a mistake? Hold on. You sure it's not a mistake? Because the way that the Eurocentric system says it says 50-50. It can't be no submission in 50-50 here now, man.
Come.
Can someone go to the dictionary? We're going to break this down today. Someone go to the dictionary, look up the word submission. And even better, someone looks it up in Black Lord's dictionary. Because she'll pretend, well, I don't know what that means. You tell her the scripture said address martyrs, and she'll lie and say, I don't know what that means.
Come.
Submit to your own husband, not to TD Jakes, not to Cleflo Dollar, not to what was the boy name? Nicholas Carefoot's brother, Jewel Osteen.
I got it in the Black's Law 4th edition.
Well, if he was in prison, boy, they'd make him rub Kool-Aid on his lips, huh? And make that boy sound so sweet. They make him put Kool-Aid on his lips, huh? You know what I mean? And you know the rest, man. Because that's an impersonation of lipsticks in prison, man. You think?
This coming out of the Black's Law 4th edition, the deluxe 4th edition, page 1592. Submit. To commit to the discretion of another. And it gives a bunch of case laws. It says to propound, to present for determination, as an advocate submits a proposition.
Okay. No, I like that first part you got there. Read that part again. To do what? To another?
Commit to the discretion of another.
Oh, whoa. Here he is. The most honorable Nefertali, man. Boy, you had me nervous there, great brother Nefertali. I thought you were submitting, man.
No.
I thought you were submitting, brother. Forgive me, brother.
I do apologize.
Well, you had me sweating bullets, boy.
No. Kahan, I want to say I thank you once again for allowing me on the panel. I want to welcome all my Akims on here. Shabbat Shalom. Just sitting here vibing with my nephews. They came from North Carolina. I've been telling them about you brothers and everything. So we back in the house. I'm going to get those brothers settled in so they can introduce themselves. I'm going to try to get them to come to our Purim on March the 10th. Other than that, thank you once again, Brother Kahan. It sure do feel good to be king.
Khan.
Shabbat shalom.
By the way, Kadar, I don't know if the brother's going to keep his word, but Raekwon, Yashabim know who he was. He was a member of T-Dot. He asked me, could he come to the Purim and bring 2 brothers? But he hasn't donated yet, so I don't know if that's legitimate. You know what I mean?
So I put him down.
Yashabim know who I'm talking about.
Man, we got to be at least 35 by now. Oh, praise.
That makes 27. Him and 2 brothers.
Well, I wouldn't put that in concrete until he donates. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna just put him on the list, but I put a question mark by his name.
Oh yeah. Did I tell you about Lena and Richard Birch?
I got them too.
Yeah. Richard Birch will probably bring his son. You know what I mean? So you might. Lena's in the room now. Lena, how many people you guys bringing? Most High willing. So it might be just them 2, or it might be 4.
Con, good brother. I got the regular dictionary to submit if I could put that out there.
Yeah, you got.
Submit, accept, or yield to a superior force or to the authority or will of another person.
Okay, so now I want you to read that again because this is what the Most High is telling Eve to do to her husband. Read that again.
Con, submit, to accept or yield to a superior force or to the authority or will of another person.
So there's no way that, see, when you don't understand words and you suffer from aphasia, Esau could play a game and say, nah, it's 50-50. We submit to each other. No, man. It can't be no 50-50 in submission because it means to yield to the will of another. You see that?
Con.
Con,
That means someone has to be in charge, man. Authority. They use the word authority. You see?
Con.
This is where understanding and comprehending words is essential to overcome this aphasia. Eve, you need to just listen because you're going to get this work today. You're going to get this work, Eve.
con.
All right, let's go back to Ephesians. There's a lot of traffic, man. Wow. A lot of people hopping in commerce today.
Con.
Con.
Con. The book of Ephesians, chapter 5, verse 22.
You guys do realize traffic means commerce, right?
Con.
Con.
When you look at the black boys, yeah, come.
Wives,
I got
wives, submit yourselves unto your own husbands as unto Yahuwah. For the husband is the head of the wife.
Oh, whoa. So that means she's supposed to have a head. If I am the head of something, Barak Shah, that makes me the leader. I'm in charge, right? There's
Correct.
no equality. Now, a Christian preacher, a Christian theologian will listen to this and say we're teaching hate, but we're teaching the Bible. So you're going to have to call the Most High a hater because we're teaching this verbatim.
Con.
And the only one that don't want to hear this is a devil and a witch. You understand what I said to you?
Con.
The only one that doesn't want to hear this is a devil or a witch. Because they can't listen, two things cannot occupy the same space at once. You cannot be good and evil at the same time. Either you're all right or you're not right at all.
Con.
Either you're all right or you're not right at all. That's it, man. Two things cannot occupy the same space at once. You can't be bad and good. And there's no gray area like Esau teaches you. Either you're hot or you're cold, man. What Hamashiach said, if you're lukewarm, you're gonna spurt out of the mouth, man.
Con.
He said, even the Savior said, it would be better if you was cold or hot, but you're lukewarm. You're the worst kind of person.
Con.
He said, well, it would be better if you were totally evil. But see, this kind of person is the worst kind of person because they mix the truth with lies. They make evil fair seeming, right? Because they put a little truth in it, and you damn near believe it. So the scriptures say, if it was possible, they would deceive the very elect. So a lot of people are deceived by these kind of people, man, and these kind of entities. Submit. Now let's keep reading, good brother Qatar. They're gonna get this work. Get this work, E.
Con.
For the husband is the head of the wife, even as Christ.
Bar none. Doesn't matter what Esau said. Any man, I'm gonna tell you something, man. Any man that's of the Most High, you have to adhere to this, or the Most High can't use you, man. The Most High has no use for you when you go against His word. You start oh yeah, no, well, I think I was a little too hard. Man, get your weak ass out here. The Most High can't use you. Straight up and down. It's straight up and down.
Right. That's right.
The Most High can't use no man like that. It's written right here in the word. Because ultimately, The woman, she might act out, but she's praying that your weak ass don't punk out because she's trying to test you to see if you're capable of the role. And when he tap out and start at grin, she said, "Damn, I knew his weak ass wasn't enough." Won't be long after that before she leaves you.
Hmm.
Why? Because she's feel like if he can't handle me, how's he gonna protect me from the outside world? You see how that works?
Con.
Now
Absolutely.
you can think it. She may not even be aware that she's conducting herself like that for this particular reason, but this is often why she's doing it. It's a test to make sure that you're capable of the role. You see, Barack Shah, if you're gonna construct a magnificent building, right, and you're gonna use something as a cornerstone, you have to test that cornerstone because if the cornerstone cannot bear the pressure of the building, the stability of the entire building is in jeopardy. That's why the Most High tested the Hamashiach so much to make sure that he can endure.
Con.
There was even a point that he started to doubt. He said, "Father, if you can take this cup away from me."
Yes.
Was that not him questioning the Most High?
Con.
Then he caught himself. See, that's because he came in a manly form, right? So he took on the characteristics of a man. Then he changed it real quick. No, nevertheless, not my will, but thy will be done.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
He changed it up real quick. But because he came in the form of a man, he took on those manly, you know, he became cardinal. Damn, man. You know, he started to doubt the Most High. Think about it, man. The Romans, they took him. You're a king. They threw a cloak over his head. Pow! Smacked him in the face. You're a prophet. Tell us which one of us hit you. They was making mockery of him, man. Yeah, they did this. Go and read it. You can read it in the Gospels, man. Then they put a crown on his head made out of thorns, which caused him to start bleeding. I said, "Where's your kingship now?" And you know, the cross, he had to pick it up and carry that thing. Now, imagine that, Barack Shah. You got to carry this thing that they're about to crucify you on. You're carrying your own crucifix. So he started to doubt the Most High. So subconsciously, the Most High said, "Go ahead, boy, pick that thing up. I'm with you." So subconsciously, Hamashiach was really saying, "Are you sure? They're beating the hell out of me right now."
Right.
That's why he said, "If you can, take this cup away from me." That showed you that he started to question the authority of the Most High for a brief second, but then he corrected himself. Remember? What's his name? David.
Con.
What did he say? What's that thing he said? Benaiah?
Talking about Eli.
Eli.
Yeah.
Eli.
That's it.
Lama sabachthani. My God. Why have thou forsaken me? See, that's doubting the Most High.
True, it is.
Why did he say that? Because they was beating the hell out of him, huh? They was beating the hell out of him. Then, to make sure he was dead, man, the man came and pierced him with the sword, man, to see if the blood had clotted.
Wow.
Then put vinegar on it. They're trying to burn it on an open wound. That's why it says in the book of Revelations, man, he can come back and get the one that pierced him with the sword. So that shows you, now this man was deemed Ben Yahuwah, the son of the Most High, right? So if he done this to his own son, man, it shows you got to be a strong man for the Most High to be able to use you. You're going to have to endure a lot of pressure. So if you're a weak man and you crumble to a woman, the Most High can't use no man like that, man.
No.
You're not worthy. What did he say, man? Someone, let's get the precept when he say, when Hamashiach told them, okay, if that will be a disciple, when he told the rich man, he said, put down that and pick up your cross and follow me.
Con.
So that means, Nefertali, anytime you want to do this work, there's a cross for you.
Con.
Satan's going to come for you.
Oh yes.
And Satan,
Yes.
this is the thing you got to know.
Bring it
Satan
out.
does not come at you through things that you don't like.
Okay.
Satan is going to always tempt you through things that you love.
Con.
Satan's not going to tempt a man that's a vegan with a piece
That's
of bloody red meat because he's not going to eat that.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Bring it out.
Satan's not going to come to Yasha Beam and say, here, we got some medium rare steak for you, son. He's not going to come with that. He's going to come at Yasha Beam with kale, squash, grape tomatoes. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And spice it, all spiced up.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Con.
Yeah.
That's how he's going to come. He's going to come through the things that you love. Or
Con.
he might come through of a JJ.
Bring it out. Bring it out. Doc.
And he's come like that many times. Ask Samson, the strongest man that ever lived,
Bring it out.
was broken down by a little weak woman,
Con.
by a JJ. King David, perhaps the greatest king that ever walked the earth, broken down by a woman, Bathsheba, posing naked in front of the window so he could see it. Put a wicked spirit on David that made him to put her husband at the head of the battle so he could be put to death and he could marry that man's wife. See, that's how Satan comes at you, man. That's how he comes.
Salaki, I got Matthew 16, 24 to 26. Then Yahweh Shai told his disciples, if anyone would come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. For whoever,
that means whatever you hold on. That means whatever you love, you got to be able willing to forgive that up to follow Hamashiach. Hamashiach.
Come on with it, huh?
You got to be willing to give it up. He said deny himself.
Yep.
But no, I wanted to be this. I wanted to be a rap star, a famous rap star. I wanted to be an architect. Deny yourself. Pick up your cross. The cross represents hardship.
Con.
And follow me. The Rock, sure, he's getting pretty good at finding those precepts, isn't he?
Okay. Sharp.
I give thanks to my good brother Kadar.
Con.
Verse 25. For whoever would save his life will lose it. But whoever loses his life for my sake will find it.
So what does it mean by that? Whoever would save his life, that means if you try to save your life, you might save it right now, but you're going to lose it because you're going to get eternal damnation.
Con.
You're going to go into perdition during the second resurrection. But whoever died for his sake is going to live forever. It's going to live forever. Immortality.
Continue on I-495 south for 4 miles.
Wow.
So we got to consider all of these things, man. It was always going back to feminism.
Yes.
Men bound down to women. Men allow women to take their children and not fight it. Not standing up and being men. How are you going to be a man of the Most High and you let a woman take your children? Or a court system take your children and you just give up? Say, you don't even fight. You know why? They don't fight? Because a woman done broke his damn spirit, huh?
Damn.
She broke his spirit.
Con.
She got him in squares of damn graham cracker and broke him down like a shotgun. And put his ass back together the way that she wanted. And then when she put him together the way she wanted, she'd leave him. I'm tired of this. I'm bored. Leave it for someone that represents strength.
That's right.
She said, I thought you had what it takes, but you don't have it. I'm leaving you. Then he chased behind her. You try and tell her, and listen, man, there's been a lot of brothers that I talk to like this. You try and tell them, and they keep making excuses for her.
Con.
Excuse
Calm.
as an excuse to justify her wickedness, man. Excuse after excuse. Let's go back to the Ephesians, man.
Con.
He's gonna get this work today, huh? And
Con.
Jake,
Mhm.
Bring it
Jake
out.
really
Bring it out.
needed more than her, because
Con.
a lot of them will get on here and fight you, man, religiously for Eve, in defense of
Wow.
Eve.
Con. The book of Ephesians, chapter 5, verse 23. For the husband is the head of the wife, even as Yahusha is the head of the church, and he is the savior of the body. Therefore, as the church is subject to you unto Yahusha, so let the wives be to their own husbands in everything. Husbands, love your wives,
Well, hold
even
on. You say in everything?
in everything.
In everything. Let the wives be to their own husbands in everything.
Come. Subject. Come. Not some, not a few, but everything.
Everything. See, that kills the
Everything.
whole thing, man. That means whenever a woman starts talking about back to her husband, she's blaspheming the Holy Spirit.
Calm.
Because the scriptures tells her to obey her husband so that the word be not blasphemed.
Mm.
That means she's
Con.
blaspheming the Holy Spirit. Come on. Someone pull that precept. Is that it's either in Timothy's or Titus. So that the word be not blasphemed. Wives, obey your husbands so that the words be not blasphemed.
Come. The book of Titus, chapter 2, verse 5. Well, Slacky, I'm gonna start at the top. Chapter 2, verse 1. But speak thou the things which become sound doctrine, that
Mhm.
the aged men be sober, grave, temperate, sound in faith, in charity, in patience. The aged women likewise, that they be in behavior as becometh holiness.
So it says that age woman. When a woman from 39 and on up, that's considered to be an age woman. You understand what I'm saying?
Uh,
From about
Con.
39 and on up, that's considered to be an age woman. From 29 to 38 is danger zone. But
uh,
39 and up, that's an age woman right there. You're almost to hit 40 years old, man. You're an age woman. You're supposed to be teaching these younger girls better things. But you know what they're teaching them? Oh, girl, don't you settle down. Don't you settle down with no man, one man, and so on and so forth. Madness, man.
Continue on I-66 west for 22
uh.
miles.
True.
That
They
they
tell
be in.
these,
Slacky, go ahead.
saying they tell these young girls to live their lives and go ahead and be a slut.
Yeah,
Come
that's what they telling them. That's exactly what they telling them.
their moms tell them that too.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Calm.
Their grandmothers are teaching them that.
Yeah.
Sadly but true.
Yes.
Sad but true.
True.
Let's go. Did we get that Ephesians, the 24th chapter? I mean, the 24th verse?
I could go back to it. You want me to finish out this Titus?
Come.
Uh, the book of Titus, chapter 2, verse 3. The aged women likewise, that they be in behavior as becometh holiness, not false accusers, not given to much wine, teachers of good things, that they may teach the young women to be sober, to love their husbands, to love their children, to be discreet, chaste, keepers at home, good, obedient to their own husbands, that the word of Yahuwah be not blasphemed.
Come. So that means basically, brothers, when she's not listening to her husband, she's blaspheming the Holy Spirit. Point blank, period. So that the word of Yahuwah be not blasphemed.
That's right.
There's no way around. You can't say it's not saying that. It's crystal clear.
Gone.
So that the word of Yahuwah be not blasphemed.
The book of
Let's go
Ephesians.
to. Go ahead.
The book of Ephesians, chapter 5, verse 24. Therefore, as the church is subject unto Yahusha, so let the wives be to their own husbands in everything.
Everything.
That's
Everything.
right. That's right.
Now, the ancient woman, she used to love taking care of her husband, taking care of home. See, when you gotta argue with a woman to get this stuff done, when you gotta debate with her to do this, that's not coming from the right spirit.
This route avoids a slowdown on I-95 South. You're on the best route. You should reach your destination by 1:27 a.m.
And the Most High is not gonna sanction nothing like that, man. You understand?
That's true.
The Most High is not gonna sanction anything like that, man. The scriptures say a wicked woman is given to a wicked man as an inheritance. So if we want a wicked woman, man, we gotta start. And what am I doing? The Most High is giving me this kind of woman.
Bring it out.
Now,
Bring it out.
the other thing you gotta watch is that some of them come in peacefully.
That's right.
Until you follow Rome and get a ring, or until you fall into that abyss called the vajayjay.
Ooh wee, the hole that won't close.
But that thing slippery when wet, boy.
Okay.
You fall in. So someone give me that Proverbs, man. 26. A hole is a deep ditch. Boy, that thing slippery when wet, boy.
Ooh wee.
You think you've been on an icy road before, man? You get in that. You slip on one of them vajayjays when you get wet, boy. Or you fall in that thing, you ain't never getting out of it. You call tow truck and everything, man. You'll destroy that tow truck, man, to try and stay in that vajayjay.
Ooh wee, that hole won't close.
Yeah, boy. You think you see that banana? You see those? Remember those cartoons? They said a banana peel giving them the old slip. Or you throw a vajayjay down there, boy, he ain't never getting back up. That nigga will hit his head, boy. He will catch vagina-itis. He ain't never coming out of that. Boy, what's wrong with him, boy? He don't call vagina-itis. He ain't never coming out of that thing, boy. Ain't no cure for it, huh?
No.
The only kind of cure for that is this thing right here, man. This water. That's why he better get this water, man.
Bring it out.
That's the only thing that's gonna get him up. I gotta bring that precept up.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 23, verse 27. For a whore is a deep ditch, a strange woman is a narrow pit.
Read that one again.
For a whore is a deep ditch.
For a hoe is a deep ditch. I tell you that thing was slipping, Nefertali. For a hoe is. Read it again. Read it again.
For a hoe is a deep ditch.
Boy, you get stuck in that thing, you ain't coming up out of that thing. You ain't coming up. You can't think about it, man. Think about all the men that you saw that fell in love with a hoe. You can't tell him a damn thing. You start talking about her, he'll get mad with you. He'll stop talking to you. He'll block your number. Then he'll come back in the end. Well, he'll come back in the end. If he managed, the only way he could get out of that ditch, boy, is she kick him out. You understand what I'm saying? He don't come out of that ditch the same way. Then he comes out scarred, emotional. I mean, he don't want to deal with women for a minute. Messed him up, man. He was in that ditch, man.
So true. So true. So true. Bring it out, Kahan.
Go ahead, Kadar. Finish that thing up.
For a whore is a deep ditch, and a strange woman is a narrow pit.
See, a strange woman, that means either a woman of the other nation or a woman that's not your wife. A
Ooh-wee.
strange woman. That's a woman of the other nation or a woman that's not your wife. Because that's who put demons on King Solomon, these women of other nations. See, if you brothers go out and you mess with one of these women of other nations, you got to make sure that woman's into the same power that they call God that you are. Because
Say that.
she would turn you against the Most High, man.
Con, say that.
You fall into that ditch, man. She would turn you against the Most High.
Con.
Come, man. Becky will have Jake listening to hard rock Christian music,
Ooh-wee. Watch out.
which is satanic music, and say this is of God.
Watch
You know
out.
what I mean? She would hear that. She would have that Negro in the room burning candles and
Ooh-wee.
paying homage to stones, man, crystals,
Yep.
and all that.
Real talk. Real talk.
And
It happened.
asking that Negro which month was he born in.
Con. It's happened. Con.
Yeah, working all kind of witchcraft, huh?
Yep.
You fall in that ditch, you can't get up out of that thing, man.
Con.
Now let's go to that Proverbs 25:26. When he speaketh fair. See, a lot in the beginning, he might speak fair to you to win you over. Scripture say don't believe it. Don't believe it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I wanted to do that. Well, what do you want to do? I want to travel. And so, oh yeah, I want this. I want a big house like, yeah, so what are you bringing? She acquiesced on you. You ask her, what are you bringing to the table? She acquiesced on you and give you the silent treatment. Sometimes they're point to their JJ. Real talk, huh?
Yeah, he telling y'all brothers real
I
talk.
can't make this up.
Con. Might not like to hear it, but it's the truth.
Con, the book
She
of
pointed
Proverbs.
to her JJ.
Yep.
You should tell her the wear and tear on that thing, not what I'm looking for. Come, boy. She remember, man. Keep in mind, man. 99% of these women got born again vaginas. They done went to the dealership, the repair shop. They done went to the repair shop. See, let me tell you about a born again vagina. Car shop is the hair salon, the nail salon, the Brazilian butt injection. You see what I'm saying? And she fixed that thing all up, and it almost looks new. And then she don't have sex for a minute, and she said, "Oh yeah, I've been celibate." Oh, you going through that thing, man? You turn around at 18 wheeler, and you won't hit no walls.
Okay.
Come. And he think he's doing some work, and she's faking everything just to win that Negro over.
That's right.
He think he's doing work, she's faking everything, moaning and groaning. And if you listen to the phone conversation, say, "Girl, shit, he ain't shitting back."
Okay, ain't hitting it with nothing but balls. Nothing with balls. That's all she hitting them with. Nothing but balls, girl. He ain't bringing nothing but balls to the table.
And she's playing them like it's a basketball game or something. Bowling game. Playing it. And he think he's doing something. He's being misled.
Yeah.
Until he push up a ring or get her pregnant. Then everything changes. It's a new sheriff in town.
There you go. Bring it out, Kahan.
Someone got that precept?
Con.
He speaketh fair. Oh yeah, Yasmin got it.
Con, the book of Proverbs, chapter 26, verse 25. When he speaketh fair, believe him not.
See, the Bible was written in a masculine form. So sometimes when it's saying he, it's applying to both male and female. So I'm gonna tell you, brothers, when she speaking, oh yeah, baby, she's talking all sweet. That's to win you over, huh? To lure you in. There's a lot of men in the sound of my voice right now, man. and they know that after they was with her for a while, everything changed. She used
Mm-hmm.
to give him massages. And after he married her, boy, everything changed. Or
It
she got
does.
pregnant, it changed, man. It
Mm-hmm.
changed. Or if he get her pregnant, right? Watch this,
Con.
watch this. He get her pregnant, right? She used to do all this stuff cooking. And when she get pregnant, he said, "Hey, baby, can you cook me something?" Now, she been doing this regularly until she got knocked up. She said,
Con.
I don't see no rings on this finger.
Uh-oh.
You know what I mean? So now she's
Con.
trying to set him up for the big show. She pregnant. She want to get married. She said, I don't see no rings on this finger. He said, yeah, give me some time, baby. And he said, you go ahead and make me a steak. She said, you don't own me.
Ooh wee.
You're not my daddy. I already had one dad.
Damn.
Uh-oh.
Neck going from side to side.
Oh hell no.
Neck, neck going to side like a
Oh
damn turkey.
hell.
You guys ever seen how a turkey neck go when it's running? The turkey's neck be bouncing in and out. That's how he be popping her neck.
Ooh wee. Tacky.
But she didn't turn Jake into a damn jive turkey.
Ooh
Gone,
wee. Now, where'd she get that
gone,
from?
gobble, gobble,
Ooh
gobble,
wee.
gobble.
Number balls.
She got it from her.
Child.
She got it from her mother.
My goodness.
She got it from her mother, who got it from her mother, who
Oh.
got it from the old black woman that you see in church with the big purses and stomach all the way out the hair. They cook cornbread, collard greens, and chitlins and kill the community.
Mm-mm.
And now no one's more holier than thou. Because
They
she was
can't.
that deep ditch in her younger age.
They cannot
All
be
she does
pleasing
is
to the Most
gossip.
High. Con
Huh.
cannot be pleasing to the Most High, because He says, "Be weary" in the book of Proverbs, chapter 7. Be weary of women who had loud mouth and busy feet that won't reside in their own house. He warns us of
Yeah,
this.
yeah, bring
He
that one
titles
out. Bring
that
that one
chapter.
out. Come, bring
Con.
it out.
He talks about that particular chapter. He tells us we cannot deal with this. We can't be a part of that. And that woman who's a big mouth, a loud mouth, whose feet don't even reside in her home king. Now this is coming out of the book of Proverbs, chapter 7, verse, I believe this is 11. It says, she is loud and stubborn. Her feet abide not in her own house. So he giving us a warning, because that chapter 7 is titled to his sons, not his daughters, not his sheep, not his cattle, nothing like that. This is just to his sons. And it says, this woman that he has created from that man's rib, she is loud. And this is the woman you must be warned about. You need to be weary about, that you need to be very cautious about. These are some of her characteristics. She is loud and stubborn. Her feet abide not in her house. And y'all know, when y'all get into these scenarios, it's her house that she's loud at, that she's stubborn at. This is a warning to his sons. This can't be pleasing to the Most High, Brother Kahan. Elder Kahan, the Most High can't be pleased with that. Because you said the woman had pork in her food. That doesn't please the Most High. You say the woman is teaching her generation of the daughters that are coming out of her womb to be the man's oppressor, his adversary. That can't be pleasing to the Most High. And then we got into the book of Proverbs, chapter 7, where it says, if this does happen, sons, here are the characteristics. She is loud. She is stubborn. And her feet do not even abide in her own house. That's why a lot of those women get those men, and those men turn to babysitters. I digress.
Right.
Come on. Yeah, she calls it. I'm gonna tell all you men, man. If a woman is talking to you about girls' night out, and you let her go at girls' night out,
bring it out, King.
That's the night that Slick Willie is gonna be sliding up in your woman. Because that's what girls' night out is all about. When a bunch of women get together, they're up to no good. And one of the key elements you got to pay attention to that, she would tell you you're too jealous. Come on, man. You're the man. You run your house how you supposed to want the house ran. You're the man. If she doesn't want to adhere to that, pack it up, let it go. Any man that's not strong enough to do that, listen, man, you got a long, bumpy road ahead, and it's not going to end favorable.
There's a speed trap ahead.
You could best believe that. And you know what? It often happened. The same chapter that Nefertali was talking about. It says the good man is not home. Let's read on and get that. The good man has gone. Bring it up.
Bring that out. This is coming out of the book of Proverbs, chapter 7, verse 19, Elder. For the good man is not at home. Brother Kahan, he is gone on a long journey. He hath taken the bag of money with him and will come home at the appointed day. With her much fair speech, she caused him to yield.
Okay, so hold on for a second. So what's going to translate this into modern day?
The woman,
she's out there, she's in the street. Her husband left home. She treated him nice before he left. She gave him some good sex and made him think that she's head over heels for him. But she's out in the street. She bumped into a younger man and she said, "Oh, come on to my house. I have tapestry. I have fur. I mean, what do you call it? Frankincense and musk."
Frankincense. Yes, that's correct.
Yeah, the good man's not home. He's going on. Right. That means that the man is going out to work to take care of her ass, but she's home committing adultery. Yes. See, a lot of you guys have been through that thing, boy.
Yes.
And the Most High hate that thing right there, man. And that thing will tear your ass up, boy. That thing will tear your ass up if you don't check it then, man. Listen, man. If a woman does something like that, man, you got to get rid of her acts, man. Because let's say that she has sex, it's because you caught her. See, when a woman's talking to another man, and you should know this from your past relationships, she's going to eventually have sex with him, man. So if you didn't intervene, she was about to commit adultery on your ass. Get rid of her, man. There should be no time for debating or anything. Just cut your losses, man. Leave her alone.
True. Yep.
Let her ass go, man. She's for the streets, man. That's why she was out there. You taking care of her, you travel. Same thing happened to Marty, man. May the Most High let his soul rest in peace.
Speed trap ahead.
But the same thing happened to Marty, man. For 20-some years, she deluded him believing that a baby was his that wasn't his. And he was going off, taking care of this woman, and he found out that she was messing with a minor that got her pregnant.
Wow, man.
The good man wasn't home. And he was simping. He admitted that he was simping, man. He said, Kahan, you got me right, man. Because I was simping, man. I would have never. That's why he said that the devil wore size 5, man. He's talking about his ex-wife. His ex-wife.
My.
So you got to watch out for these things, man. And there's always signs, man. You usually get an inclination when something's not right. But you ignore it. You ignore it. And the man that goes and mess with another man's wife, your soul going straight to hell. Finish that thing out, Nefertali. He going straight to hell, man. Because what the scripture say? That a man that, had adultery committed on it, he would show no mercy, man. At time of judgment, that man's going to show no mercy, man. That man's not going to want money or nothing, man. He's going to want you dead.
Come on. Put it in the song.
In 2 miles, use the right 2 lanes to take exit 43A for US 29 South toward Gainesville, Warrenton.
Verse 34.
Yeah, man.
Come on, bring it out. The brother's not playing. For these men who commit adultery, this Torah got something for that ass. Bring it out.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 6, verse 32. But whoso committeth adultery with a woman lacketh understanding. He that doeth it destroyeth his own soul. A wound and dishonor shall he get, and his reproach shall not be wiped away. For jealousy is the rage of a man. Therefore he will not spare in the day of vengeance. He will not regard any ransom, neither will he rest content, though thou givest many gifts. Can't buy you.
Jealousy is the
Gone.
rage of a man.
Huh?
Jealousy is the rage of a man.
Con.
Shalaki, may I bring out two?
Bring it up.
This is coming out of the book of Hebrews, chapter 13, verse 4. Marriage is honorable in all, in the bed undefiled, but whoremongers and adulterers, Yahweh, the supreme Elohim, will judge. And this is Revelations, because this will be revealed. Revelations chapter 20, verse 8. But the fearful and But the fearful, and unbelieving, and the abominable, and the murderers, and the whoremongers, and the sorcerers, and the adulterers, and all liars shall have their part in the lake which burneth with fire and brimstone, which is the second death. This is the first death we're in right now, being in this meat suit. There will be a second death because you have to face judgment. So this second death, you will find yourself in the lake which burneth with fire and brimstone. Khan, I digress.
I think, I want to add to Lakia, good brothers, what we just saw recently with Tyree Nichols. That's a man with jealousy and rage. The officer that took those other officers with him to beat the man to death, right? The guy was messing with, Tyree was messing with the cop's wife. You see? I digress.
Con, yeah, those are the lengths that a
Ooh-wee,
man is
see?
willing to go.
See, I didn't know that was his wife. I didn't know that was his current wife. I just imagined that this was some young lady that the constable was dealing with, and some young stud pranced upon her after she got rid of him. I was under the impression that once she get rid of the cop, he saw the young stallion in her, and this is what upset him. I didn't know she was still. I didn't know she was in a contract.
No.
She was married.
No, she's not married. It's just that that's what he was jealous. That's it. It was no longer his turn. It's just the jealousy of a man and how far.
Okay, because we have to clarify that, because we know we're Hebrew Israelites, and we understand that when we penetrate her, that's what makes her our wife. We can't hold these non-believers to those same principles because of what this man just did. His jealous rage. Hebrew Israelite kings, we don't go through jealousy. That's a female's trait. You see? So although our laws state when we penetrate her, that's ours, but what they do, let the dead bury the dead. This has to happen. But I don't believe, from what I researched, that the young lady and this constable they were not in any type of covenant nor contract. I believe this is what they call sliding, or what they call fans only, or what they call hooking up. This is a result of breaking the Most High's commandments. Let the dead bury the dead.
What's that guy's name? Kadar. And he was saying that in his hook. Jealousy is rage. Repent. How's that hook?
Gone.
What's his name? What's his name?
Come.
Kadar. How did that hook go? Jealousy is rage.
With another man's wife, Proverbs 6:34, he would not spare your life. Jealousy,
no,
rage, vengeance, no pity. Don't let
that
destroy you over some tig-old bitty.
Okay, yeah, that right there. That right there.
Yeah, it's in our covenant.
That demon destroyed him over some tig-old bitty. You see what I'm saying?
Gone.
Now he might be looking at a lifetime in prison. That demon destroyed him, huh? That demon destroyed him.
That is true.
Yeah.
That is true. And it is our Hebrew Israelite covenant with the Most High. We must smite those who come against the Most High's teachings. And if the Most High say no adultery, and you catch that Bama committing adultery with your rib that you're in a commitment with, you have every right to smite him where he stands. Because if you don't, you're breaking the commandments. You are breaking the commandments.
It
is our written purpose. And this is a message to anyone who tries to disrespect, exploit a Hebrew Israelite sister or brother. May the Most High administer a swift death unto you, because you are going against his saints, his very chosen people. This doesn't apply to Christians. We're not talking about Christians. We're not talking about Muslim. It doesn't apply to them. It doesn't apply to any other sectors but Kwam Yasharallah. You see, this is the protection the women need. They have to come back to Yasharallah. They have to come back. They have to come back to Israel if they want protection, if they want shelter, if they want food, if they want to exist. Other than that, they're just there for the slaughter. And I hate to say it like that on our Shabbat, but the people who do not reclaim something that's theirs, and that's our culture of being a Hebrew Israelite, you're just there for the slaughter.
You're not saying any cuss words, Ali. We don't have to be sorry for the truth. It is well.
Yeah, those people who are breaking those Big Ten, who can never get to 613 laws, because we know 6 plus 1 is 7 and 7 plus 3 is 10. If they can't pass the Big Ten and one of those Big Ten say you are not supposed to be involved in any type of adultery in any way, shape, or form, now we got 4 brothers who have fallen under that spirit of the adulteress. The guy who was dating the girl and the officers that got entangled by the chief adulterer himself. Both of those gentlemen, they instigated. That's a lot of souls going to hell based upon the jealousy, adulterous mindset. But if they knew that the 10 Commandments state one shouldn't commit adultery, if that young man who got beat to death was a Hebrew Israelite instead of a script right out of Hollywood, he'd still be alive today.
Can't make this stuff up. I'm with you, good brother. You can't make this stuff up. And this is coming from a brother that used to love doing that type of foolishness, man. And then I realized later, after your life goes down the drain and so many bad things are happening, I learned the truth. I said, that's part of the damn reason. You see? The wives, for those who like adultery and got that lust demon on them, the wife is the easiest thing to go after because she can't do nothing but just come and do some fornication with you and leave out. There's no responsibility. That's a
Well, like
straight
you
lust
just said,
demon.
the people who are doing it, I can guarantee you, brother, the people who are doing it, my brother, they know nothing about our culture of a Hebrew Israelite, because we know in Proverbs chapter 6, verse 32, it says, but whosoever committeth adultery with a woman, simply, brother, they lacketh understanding. He that doeth it destroy his own soul. Brother Barak Shah, I can guarantee you, none of those men, the constables, nor that brother who gave the ghost up, know anything about Proverbs chapter 6, verse 32. But us as Hebrew Israelites understand how this short journey called life goes. We must follow the covenant/contract. I digress. And Matthew chapter 5, verse 28. But I say unto you, my brethren, and those who are tuned in to our elder brother Kahan, this is what we say to you. But I say to you in the book of Matthew chapter 5, verse 28, that whosoever looketh on a woman to lust after her hath committed adultery with her already in his heart. And you know our elder Kahan ain't talking about that pump vessel. That ain't nothing but a damn pump. We talking about your heart, which Kahan has taught us is our brain. That brain, brother, lacketh understanding. That brain, brother, have committed adultery already in his brain. Now, that is punishable by our commandments also. You know us brothers ain't got to catch you in the bed. We know that look you're giving our rib. Your ass is grass, man.
Facts. Facts.
Yeah.
Matthew chapter 19, verse 9, and I say unto you, whosoever put away his wife, except it be for fornication, and shall marry another, committeth adultery. And whosoever marry her, which is put away, doeth commit adultery. These are our laws, our statutes, our commandments. This does not apply to everybody in the world. This is not no legal advice. We are telling you for the entertainment and educational purpose of your own salvation. This is no joke here. This takes us back to the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, verse 13. For it says, let us hear the whole matter. If our elders shut this show down today, we have heard the whole matter. And it says, this is the final conclusion. And it says, fear our creator of Israel, which is Yahweh, the supreme Elohim. It says, fear him. And we don't mean that fear like scare. It means respect him. For this is the whole duty of Hebrew Israelite men and women. We must follow the commandments of the Creator, Yahweh, because this short journey called life is just that, a short journey. And these are the rules and instructions we must abide by so that we ourselves can avoid that fiery lake of brimstone. We know what's going on. We know it's real out here. But these people who have scripts right out of Hollywood, there's damnation waiting for you when it's coming quick. And you know this already, but you're fine with it. This is why we say this is not for everybody. But people who want to protect their rib, people who don't want to fall under the curse of adulterousness and go to hell and give up their own soul, this is for you. We're talking to you, us Hebrew lights who administer here by way of our elder, the honorable elder Kahan Tazadok here at T-Doc. He teaches us these things. This is why he has taught me to bring to you today. When I speak about your heart, I'm not talking about that pump that's encased in your rib cage. Your heart, as our elder, the Honorable Kahan Tazadok, has taught us, is your brain. Because how can your heart lack understanding? Okay? It has to be your brain, which is your heart, like our elder, the Honorable Kahan Tazadok, teaches us. He doesn't teach us to think about our heart being on our rib cage. Why, the Honorable Kahan Tazadok teaches us that our heart is in our brain. And it matches up with Proverbs when it says that the man lacketh understanding. How can your heart lacketh understanding? So my elder, the Honorable Kahan Tazadok, makes sense all the time when he says, we're not talking about your emotions. He says, I don't care about your emotions. I want to know where your mind is at. This is why he says so many of us suffer from aphasia. It's not your heart that can bear witness to the testimony of aphasia. Our elder, the Honorable Kahan Tazadok, has taught us the only thing that can suffer from aphasia is your mind, man. Not that pump. Not that pump. Not that pump. And Brother Kahan, I thank you so much for dropping that granule of knowledge, because I took it a step further, brother. Because if you say my heart is my mind, not that pump in my chest, then I know now why they calcify the pineal gland, you see, because the pineal gland on urban terms is called the third eye. If you can calcify that with the propensities of an ignorant diet, you can calcify the so-called soul that houses itself in the pineal gland, just like tartar does to a teat. It destroys it from the inside out, brother. It doesn't have oxygen to breathe because the Most High blew breath into the dust of the nostrils to form the earth. And if this is the case, if we come from the dust of the earth, why do we reach for the second shelf at Walmart instead of getting the remedy from the earth? But I digress, Elder. I just thank you so much, Brother Kahan, for bringing clarity to this side of the fence. The Honorable Elder Kahan Tazadok has said your heart is in your mind, not that pump in your chest. It is your mind that lacks understanding. It is your mind. Those brothers did not know of these scriptures. They did not know of this. But I digress. The water, Elder Kahan, the water.
Salakia, I just want to add, Salakia, brothers, I just want to add credence to what the good brother just said with the pineal gland. If anyone is ever to look on the map and realize where there's the most heavy amount of fluoride in the water, it's where Jake is at. So if you don't think that they're trying to keep us asleep, Yasha Allah, then you're dumb as a doornail.
Yeah, that is the whole game. This is why our elder, the Honorable Kahan Tazadok, tells us about these evil women. He's not making this up. He has exposed tonight that they do the flattering of their tongue. He has exposed tonight the attributes of a strange woman. Do you think this brother is making this up? Or could it be this brother has been blessed by the Most High? This is coming out of Proverbs chapter 6, verse 24, and it simply says, to keep thee from evil women. He's doing that. Has he not done this time and time and time again? And then from the flattery tongue of a strange woman. He's not making this up, folks. He's only giving to you what a Messiah is supposed to give to his brother and his sister tonight. You guys better wake up. This is our Sabbath. There's a new change going about. And if you don't choose to get on board, you'll get left behind. And if you don't want to be a part of T-Doc, get out of our way. Either run with us or run from us.
Hey, good brother, Salakia. That's how I knew the brother had the Ruach Akadash on him. First time I met him, I never told him nothing that I used to lust over these damn Edomite women. How come he made a joke when he came back in the hotel and I heard him from sitting on the couch? I said, how the hell did the brother know that I was lusting after Edomite women back in the days. I said, damn, this is where I'm supposed to be. Before I ever told him a damn thing, excuse my language. You see what I'm saying?
Uh, uh.
Yeah, we got a sharp elder, brothers. We have a sharp elder amongst us. You know, because every time the good brother reminds me about these new words that I hear him using his dialect and his linguistics and his breakdowns of etymology, it reminds me so much of the book of Jeremiah, chapter 5, verse 15, because the honorable Kahan Tazadak, he don't play. We're suffering from this aphasia. He broke down that legalese so swiftly that pushed me back to the book of Jeremiah, chapter 5, verse 15, which says, lo, I will bring thee a nation upon you from afar, O house of Israel, saith Yahuwah, our supreme Elohim. It is a mighty nation. It is an ancient nation. It is a nation whose language thou knowest not, neither understandeth what they say. So here it is. This is why he keeps continuously telling us the honorable Kahan Tazadak constantly massages into our psychics. You are suffering from aphasia. And please, brothers and sisters, when he's checking you, don't go the route that your oppressor has taught you and get in your emotions. Just fix it and move forward. You'll thank us later. Thank the Most High. Matter of fact, if you don't ever remember my elder, the honorable Kahan Tazadak, remember the one he told you who sent him, and that is our supreme Elohim, Yahuwah. If you don't remember Kadar, if you don't remember the good brother, any of these brothers on here, just remember who sent us, and that is our Father, Yahuwah. We're only doing this because he allows us to do this. You should consider yourself fortunate. That's why I say, once again, when the honorable elder Kahan Tazadak cuts you, fall back, regroup, and we will welcome you back. But in the meantime, please don't be worrying about your emotions. This is not an emotional journey. You're suffering from aphasia. You're suffering from aphasia. Folks, the good news is already here. We won, game over. That even talks about that in Jeremiah chapter 5, verse 18. We know we're going through some tough times. You know we got a great elder, the honorable Kahan Tazadak, because a brother like him makes Jeremiah chapter 5, verse 18 so real to me, especially when you're going through those tough times, because it says, nevertheless, in those days, saith Yahweh, our supreme Elohim, I will not make a full end of you. Okay? And then we go down to verse 21, still in the book of Jeremiah, chapter 5, verse 21. Oh, hear this, O foolish people, without understanding, which have eyes and see not, which have ears and hear not. But Kahan has that gift. Our honorable elder Kahan Tazadak has that gift that the Most High gave him. Kahan didn't do this himself. Yahweh gave that to him. And for some reason, whatever Kahan done went through and transformed that brother into one who can give a man sight. One, through the Most High, who can give a man the ability to hear and think again, to fight the spirit known as aphasia. You have to understand, people, like Kahan says, the honorable elder Kahan Tazadak tells us, your heart is not that pump that's encased in that rib cage. It is your brain. So when people are saying the Most High knows my heart, he knows you're a damn fool. He's talking about you're a fool who lacks understanding. When you know the truth, when you meet the Kahan and you know the truth and you don't move forward, but you go backwards and feed on your own vomit like a reprobate, then you lost. Game over for you and yours. It's not our business. And don't come on here with that. Don't come on here with that shiggity. Don't y'all be coming on here pissing off our elder, the honorable Kahan Tazadak, and don't you piss off none of these Akims. On the channel or off the channel, respect these brothers. These are the saints of the Most High, his chosen people. They're not coming with that rhetoric from the Western Hemisphere or the Western Hemisphere of your psychosis in your brain. They're not coming from that direction. These brothers are shooting for your soul. And they don't want to keep it. They administer it to the Most High. So wake up, Jacob. Wake up, Eve. I digress.
Good brother, let me bring out. Okay, go ahead, Salaki, go ahead.
No, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
I just want to bring out 26:11. Proverbs 26:11. As a dog returneth to his vomit, so a fool returneth to his folly.
Come.
That means he's gonna go back to what he's originally doing, man. A fool. Can't tell a fool nothing, huh? Because he's a fool. So you can't tell him nothing. Let's go to Sirach 42, verse 11, man. See, a lot of you got these Eves, and you know she's not trustworthy. But you let her go and hang out with the girls. She got a lock on her phone. Her phone rings. It's usually face down. See, there's a reason for all of this. She's working in the world. She comes home late from work. Her wig's all twisted up. Her hair's all messed up. And she smells either like sour sausage or she smells like fresh perfume because she's trying to cover something up. And you're so blinded by it. Sirach 42 and 11.
Come.
Ecclesiasticus.
The book of Sirach, Ecclesiasticus, chapter 42, verse 11. Keep a sure watch over a shameless daughter, lest she make thee a laughing stock tonight to thine enemies.
Yeah, read that again. Read that thing again.
Keep a sure watch over a shameless daughter.
A shameless daughter. That's a woman that's going to cause you to be embarrassed. A shameless daughter is going to have you looking like mud in the street. That's a woman that's going to bring you so much shame. People are going to be whispering, you don't know, and you're the last one to find out about it. Yeah, I had her. Well, yeah, she was on OnlyFans. Yeah, she was on Instagram stripping. Oh, I had that hoe, man. Yeah, I know that hoe. You know her, Patrice. Yeah, I know that hoe. Keep a sure watch over a shameless daughter. Why? Go ahead, Kadar. Read.
Lest she make thee a laughing stock to thine enemies, and a byword in the city.
People laughing at you. You don't want to marry her. You don't want to marry her. Folks laughing at you, man. Because you want to marry that woman, man. She brought you shame. You fell in love. You know why? Because she got all this experience. She got all this experience, and you don't know what the hell hit you, man. It's like a tornado went through your mind, man. She blew your mind like a hand grenade. When he exploded up below his waist, he exploded in his head on his shoulder like a hand grenade, and just lost all his senses. And that's that fool that Barak Shah was just reading about. He returned to his folly, man. Just broken him down, man. Broken down. Because he didn't keep a sure watch over her. You got to check everything or you get rid of her. See, this is in the scriptures for a reason. You might have a daughter that was raised by her mom, right? Single mom. Now she come around you. You got to keep a sure watch on her, man. Oh, Dad, I'm going to be staying late. No, you ain't doing a damn thing. You ain't staying for no after school activities. You got to keep a sure watch on her, but she's going to make you a laughing stock. Oh, you heard about Tazza Doc's daughter? Yeah, the whole football team ran a train on her. She was supposed to be standing back for cheerleading. Keep a sure watch on her. You gotta read. You don't give her no liberty. That means no freedom.
And a reproach among the people, and make thee ashamed before the multitude.
Con. There's a little bit more to that, isn't it?
Bring it out. Bring it out.
Behold, not everybody's beauty, and sit not in the midst of women. For from garment cometh a moth, and from women wickedness.
Read that part again. Read that last part again. What? You got men that sitting in the midst of women, taking counsel from female dating coaches. Read that last part again.
Behold, not everybody's beauty, and sit not in the midst of women.
Why?
For from garments cometh a moth, and from
you get moth for garments from women. What?
Wickedness.
Come what?
wickedness.
From what?
From women, wickedness.
Hey,
Con.
but that thing will tear his ass up, boy. That thing will tear his ass up. You heard what I told you, Barack Shaw?
Con.
And from women, wickedness. But that thing will tear his ass up, boy. He find out, and I'm gonna hit you something up. It's usually always the best friend.
Con.
Always the best friend that's been coming to your house and all of that.
Oh yeah.
It gets no wickeder than that.
That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. Uh-huh.
Well, that's a damn shame, boy.
Just talking about that the other day. Come.
That's a damn shame too. You don't get any wickeder than that.
Nah, that's crazy.
It gets no wickeder than that.
No.
That's when folks start losing
Best friend. Can you think about that, man? Somebody you've been hanging out with and all of this. Boy, he's in that field plowing, boy.
Yep.
He's in that field plowing,
Rude boy, what you doing in me at?
David.
Crazy.
No lie, I've been through it.
What?
Well, I'm glad you got right, brother, because you deserve death. When you were in that reprobated state, any man that does those type of treasons, a Hebrew Israelite.
He mean it happened to him, huh?
Con.
Oh.
He means it happened to him.
More than once.
If I was your jury and you had to kill that brother, I would have sat up there and tried to exonerate you, because these are the commandments of the Most High. These are the laws of the Most High. That man who puts himself in a situation like that is asking for a quick death. If he is in there plowing her like in the soil, he needs to be buried with her in that same soil.
Con, it's Salakia. And I heard you say, damn, y'all should be, no. Because I'm going to tell you something, and I'm going to keep saying this. If you cannot be honest with yourself, it is the equivalent of going to the doctor while you're shot in the foot, but telling him your stomach hurt. Well, guess what? When you walk out, you're still going to be limping.
And the doctor's going to give him some Pepto-Bismol. And he's still going to be limping.
I say damn, because that's how folks lose their life. That's crazy. I just even imagine. Yeah, man, that's wild. They make them on they're like memes on this stuff. Like it's a normal thing in the world nowadays. I'm like, that is just, I don't know, man.
Let me lay out some more shame for you, Yashabin. Not only did this brother hit the woman I was with at the time, he had already hit my sister. Okay? All right? So chew on that for a minute.
Dirty game out here.
Yeah, that's an abase individual right there.
But now you know what kind of scale, and everybody who's tuned in to the T-Doc, now you know what type of scale to rate these reprobates. If they are breaking the Big Ten, because you know what, Brother Barak Shah, I hate to say, you already knew the characteristics of a snake the day you met him, brother. Okay, you had already put your hand in his hand. Okay, you all had formed a covenant. Had you had rated him based on the 10 Commandments, we wouldn't be sitting here talking about this today. But you know, I understand when we in the dark things happen to us. And what do we say? Repercussions, brother. When the Most High, see, when you do it, it happens to one, but we don't know the backdrop. But I can understand, just simplicity wise, that you allowed this here heathen to crash over your threshold. This is what happened.
Onto Weaversville Road.
You didn't rate him on the Big Ten. If you are dealing with people who don't even get a high score with the 10 Commandments, why are you dealing with them? 10 is the highest. If 10 is the highest score you can get, and you looking at this person and you judging them, like the book of Corinthians, chapter 6, verse 2 tells us, are ye not adapt to judge even the smallest of matters? You were supposed to put him at a rating 1 through 10 according to the 10 Commandments, how many he broke.
If he has a 4, he shouldn't even crossed over your threshold. That brother was put in a scenario where he could have learned from you or possibly got turned over to T-Doc to meet our honorable Kahan Tazadak. But when you don't know this brother, you can't even bring cure to your own homes. And I know a lot of these things that our elder, the honorable Kahan Tazadak, brings to the table is so new, but it helps. It helps and it's right on time because according to the book of Jeremiah, chapter 3, verse 15, the Most High, our Supreme Elohim Yahuwah has promised us, and I will give you pastors according to my own heart. Remember, we talking about that heart again. We ain't talking about that pump that's encased in the rib cage. We're talking about your brain. So it says, I will give you pastors according to mine heart. So mine brain, which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding. I digress.
Shalakia, I got this one for Romeo Guerrero. He asking what was the last precept. That was the book of Sirach, Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha, chapter 42, verse 11.
Can't make this stuff up, man. You cannot.
Let's go to Sirach, the 25th chapter. Sirach chapter 25. Let's start reading that from the top. David.
Book of Sirach, Ecclesiasticus chapter 25. In 3 things I was beautified and stood up beautiful, both before the Supreme Elohim and men. The unity of brethren, the love of neighbors, a man and a wife that agree together. Verse 2. 3 sorts of men my soul hateth, and I am greatly offended at their life. A poor man that is proud, a rich man that is a liar, and an old adulterer that doteth.
Old adulterer. Well, the Most High hate them things, boy. A poor man is proud. He act like he got the wall, but he got a proudful spirit on him. Most High said he hate that thing. Okay, read on.
Verse 3. If thou hast gathered nothing in thy youth, how can thou find anything in thine age? Oh, how comely a thing is judgment for gray hairs, and for ancient men to know counsel. Oh, how comely is the wisdom of old men, and understanding and counsel to men of honor. Much experience is the crown of old men, and the fear of Supreme Elohim is their glory. There be 9 things which I have judged in my heart to be happy, and the 10th I will utter with my tongue. A man that have joy of his children, and he that lived to see the fall of his enemy. Well is him that dwelleth with a wife of understanding, and that hath not slipped his tongue, and that have not served a man more unworthy than himself. Well, verse 9. Well is him that hath found prudence, and he
Jump down to verse 20. Huh?
Book of Sirach, Ecclesiasticus chapter 25, verse 20. As the climbing up a sandy way is to the feet of the age, so is a wife full of words to a quiet man.
Kadar, you see how David was having problem getting up that mountain? It's worse than that, man. Would allow a woman to a husband that's quiet and meek. It's worse than that. Going up a sandy way A sandy mountain is even more difficult. Go ahead, huh?
Stumble not at the beauty of a woman, and desire her not for pleasure.
That's the primary reason men get caught up.
Come.
The more beautiful she is, the more docile he becomes. That's a primary reason right there. Huh? It's a primary reason she get caught up. Go ahead, huh?
A woman, verse 22, a woman, if she maintaineth her husband, is full of anger, impotency, and much reproach.
You could have been taking care of her entire life, right? You get sick, that woman becomes angry taking care of you. Huh? She got to pay the bills for a minute. She's full of hate and rage for you. Huh? And that's a damn shame, boy. That's a damn shame.
Verse 23. A wicked woman abateth the courage, maketh a heavy countenance, and a wounded heart. A woman that will not comfort her husband in distress maketh weak hands and feeble knees. Verse 24. Of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die. Give the water no passage, neither a wicked woman liberty to gad abroad. Verse 26 and the last verse. If she go not as thou wouldst have her, cut her off from thy flesh, and give her a bill of divorce, and let her go.
So that thing is saying she don't listen to you, man. That's grounds to divorce her. If your woman don't listen to you, that's ground to put her away and divorce her. That's crystal clear, man. That's it, man. That's all I have, man. You guys got something?
Con. I was addressing the good brother Will I was. He says to keep her happy, she won't run to some man and give him his shoulder. But Will I was, you can't be listening to tonight, because the Honorable Kahan Tazadak had just said that, don't worry about her heart. In layman's terms, don't worry about her heart, brother. Get her mind right, because we just found out that thing between your rib cage is just a pump. They lied about all those emotions. This is about getting understanding. Give that woman understanding and let her know the law she's breaking, that the Creator has told her she must follow. If she doesn't know the laws, you're talking about keeping her happy. Not a Versace purse will help her. Not a Lexus or a Rolls-Royce or a Bugatti will help her, brother. You have to educate that woman. Like I said, so we have to keep our mind sharp. Give her the Bible. We both win. The woman's soul for Yahweh. We both win. No emotion is needed. Don't keep her happy. Keep her knowledgeable and wise under the Most High King. And that's our supreme Elohim Yahuwah. Our elder, the Honorable Kahan Tazadak, just told you the heart, when it breaks down this definition and etymology search in the Bible, it turns you back to your brain. All this today has been a lesson on using your heart, which we have found out by way of our Honorable Elder Kahan Tazadak is your brain. I pray to the Most High, Brother Will I was, that you mean to educate her and to give her to the Supreme Elohim Yahweh. That way she will never need to crawl or cry on another man's shoulder. Because another thing that our elder, the Honorable Kahan Tazadak, teaches us is that she leaves the king in which he raised us up to be, with the rules and directions and commandments of the Most High. If she ever leaves us, she then steps down in life. She digresses. She keeps going lower and lower. So she would never, brother, sit up here and need to be happy. She wants to be educated. She wants to know how she can save her soul. I pray that when you say happy, you mean that she is allowing you to educate her because you have found in the Bible what she needs to know to help her soul. Because if we give it to Yahuwah, we all win.
Get Jeremiah 17, verse 9. Jeremiah 17 and 9.
Khan. Well, I am. Come to the link in the room. Tag the channel. Become a member. Subscribe to the channel. Give a thumbs up in the room. We have our Purim coming up March the 10th. We would love to see everyone there.
Con.
But Will, come into the room and speak to the Honorable Elder Kahan Tazadat and see if he'll allow some of our Akims to chime in on this, because I want to make sure you understand, brother, before you leave. We're not talking about emotions here. We're talking about the law. But I digress.
I just posted a link in the room for anyone that wants to come in. Someone grab that Jeremiah 17 and 9.
Con.
Yeah.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 17, verse 9. The heart is deceitful above all things.
Is what?
Is deceitful above all things.
Mm-hmm.
And desperately wicked. Who can know it?
See that? The heart is deceitful and wicked. But you got people say, yo, you'll follow your own heart. Follow your own heart. The Father said, don't follow your own understanding. You see what I'm saying? That goes against the scriptures. And that man talking about treat her nice, man. I'm gonna tell you straight, man. You're nothing but a damn simp, and you're setting yourself up for failure. And if you are really a man and you don't have children, go and get a damn vasectomy. You understand? Go and get it, because we don't need any more of your seeds on the earth. It's men like you that's running real men. Go ahead.
Yeah, I got a precept for him that lined up with what Ali was trying to give him counsel on. That's First Peter.
There you go.
There you
go with that Ali. Where that one at?
Salak. Forgive me. Naphtali.
Khan.
Israel. Basia T-Dot. So for Will I Am, 1 Peter chapter 3, verse 7. Likewise, ye husbands, dwell with them, meaning the wife, according to knowledge. So not about making her happy or following your heart, but according to knowledge, as the Honorable Naphtali Israel was trying to implore and tell you. Giving honor unto the wife as unto the weaker vessel. So you give her the knowledge, Ali said you both win. And it says it right here, as being heirs together of the grace of life, that your prayers be not hindered. It ain't got nothing to do with making anybody happy. It's about this word.
That's right. That's our elder. That's one of our elders too. That's one of our elders, the general, the Honorable General Yashabin. He's telling you all right. About to catch up.
Because we've said it before. If any man is on this path of righteousness and striving, to bring forth the kingdom of heaven, what real reason would his woman have to disagree with him, especially on matters in the house? There is no reason. As a matter of fact, I think we went just past the scripture in Ecclesiasticus 26. I think it's in verse 22. It says, all wickedness. No, it's not 22. It's 19. All wickedness is little. All wickedness is but little wickedness to the wickedness of a woman. Let me bring that up right quick. But yeah, if the woman happens to perceive and disagree, your wickedness 9 times out of 10 is worse than your husband's. So let him take care of his responsibility, because that's not your position.
Con, I got that precept for you, General.
Con, yeah, bring it up.
The book of Sirach, Ecclesiasticus, chapter 25, verse 19.
25.
All wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her.
So all wickedness. So if any woman happens to find themselves in a position to disagree with your man, let your man go that way. But when you do, it ain't just don't do it with the with that turkey neck, with being loudmouth and a bad, and a bad attitude. You're supposed to speak. You can disagree and do it in a nice way. You can win them over, with chaste and modest conversation. Just like the way the whore deceives the young man into doing wrong, you can use that part of your nature to win your righteous man, your husband, the one who's committed to you and you committed to him, back in line. That's called wisdom. Matter of fact, I believe that's in I think that's also in I think that's in Titus 2, chapter 2. Let me find that right quick. Yeah, winning them over, even without the word, through the manner of conversation. Nephtali, you know which one I'm talking about? I'm pretty sure it's either Titus, Peter. Yeah. Let me get that. Let me get that. I was just going over that.
Bring it out. Bring it out, Elder. Bring it out.
Con.
I think it's in Peter.
Yeah, they need to hear this truth. While the good brother Yashabin finds that, the Kahan, the Honorable Kahan Tazadak also has been putting in a lot of work with him, has been using Kahan to raise this brother up for many, many years. So you may ask yourself, why does this all make sense? It takes us back to the book of Jeremiah, chapter 5, verse 15. And I will give you pastors according to my own heart. Brother Will, I can never be. You must understand, we're not talking about the heart in your chest. We're talking about intelligence, okay?
Con.
The Most High say he will give you brothers like the Honorable Kahan Tazadak, who has raised up our Honorable General Yashabin to be a thinking brother, not with his heart, but with his brain. Okay? And it says, Most High promised he would bring us pastors like that according to his heart, which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding.
Con.
Yeah, this ain't no Preflo $4 cents. This ain't no TD fat steaks and cheese. It's none of that stuff over here. We don't get down like that. We follow the law. And we wouldn't be where we are now if it wasn't for a merciful creator, known for Yahweh, who had our honorable Kahan Tazadak go through whatever he went through so he can start a spark that we could turn into an inferno built on knowledge, truth, trust, and above all things, the Most High's teachings.
Con, I got that precept.
Con.
Actually, it's the one that was brought out earlier, 1 Peter chapter 3, just at the very top. And it reads, likewise, ye wives, be in subjection to your own husbands, that if any obey not the word, they also, without the word, be won by the conversation of the wives.
Con.
How? Verse 2. While they behold your chaste conversation coupled with fear. And as Neftali brought out earlier, that fear is not being afraid or scared. That's with respect. So just like the whore, modern feminist woman can do that to lure men down, into hell, so can you women who are married and committed relationships win your man back if you happen to find yourself to disagree with them. There's a way about going about that. Because, as it was brought out earlier, you're supposed to treat them as unto, the Most High. Who in their right mind or wrong mind is going to look at the Most High in the cloud and and fuss at him, talk back, be defensive? That's Let's see how that worked out for you. What happened to who was it? In the with Moses, his sister, she got struck with leprosy.
Leprosy, yes,
Miriam.
yes.
Miriam.
Because she was making fun, just to give a bit of background on that.
Yeah.
She was making fun of Moses' wife. She was also a Negro in today's standards, but she was an Ethiopian. She was a Hamite, so her dress code was a little bit different. So she started poking fun at Moses' wife, you know. So what the Most High did is, man, he turned her skin white as snow, gave her lepers. The cloud came and dropped that truth on her. So eventually, you know, it got back to Moshe. It got back to him, and you know, Aaron, you know, so they had to ask the Most High to bring that truth back to that sister, and she regained her originality, her organicness, at least to say. But I digress.
No, yeah, because that was an example of a woman trying to usurp authority over a man.
Yes, yes,
So
because
Most High humbled her. So we be wise to humble yourselves to your own husband. Highlight, to your own husband.
Khan. The brother Honorable Elder Kahan Tazadak, that brother Will said, I understand and agree. So right on. Another one that got fixed from aphasia. Praise the Most High. And like
Praise
I
be
said,
the Most High.
yes, indeed, we're not coming from a nature that our brothers have to fear us and that our women have to detest us. We're just giving you the law. You know, this is the law that shall be one day on heaven as it is in earth. And it's happening. This is the warning before destruction that a lot of us, especially our elder, the Honorable Kahan Tazadak, he keeps us on point on a day-to-day basis. So I know a lot of you probably don't like what's being heard here today, but now you yourself now have to be held accountable for it. Okay? You may ask yourself,
It's like any of you guys close to a map, or you guys maybe got a map. I was trying to dodge this traffic going through DC and Fredericksburg, Virginia. Can you see if 29 South runs back into 95?
Gotcha.
This thing almost has me going to Charlottesville, man. I didn't want to go this far out, but it took about an hour and something off of the time. But I need to get
Highway
back on the
20?
beat. Now 29 South. I'm on 29 South right now. I didn't really want to go through all of this, man. Put me through. Looks like it's got me headed to.
yes, bear with our elder, the Honorable Kahan Tazadak. If you all don't know, the brother is commencing in traffic right about now. So I could understand how that signal gets strong and gets weak if you're out there traveling.
Cool.
And you want to see if 29 South runs into where?
To 95. Yeah, at some point it's gonna. Unless it's gonna take me to 20 something. I don't like to take me
Yeah, 29 South runs into 495, and it goes. Yeah, it does. You got to take 29 South, 495, and 395, and 395 turns back into 95.
Where does it pick up at? What area is that? Because I think I might be south of Fredericksburg now. The whole thing I was avoiding going through DC and Fredericksburg because the traffic was so bad. They had me at 11 hours.
Damn.
All right. So have you already passed over? So you still in DC? You haven't passed over the water?
No, I passed through all that. I avoided that by getting north. Yeah.
All right. So I'm looking at what, Virginia Square, Arlington area.
No, I passed through all that. Let me tell you what I'm close. Prince Michael Vineyards. Guess I'm getting close to that now.
All right. If you,
this is like going towards Charlottesville, man.
Yeah.
I'm only about 30 some miles from Charlottesville. I got really didn't want to go, this far out, but I'm here now.
Let me map it right quick.
Let's see. It took a lot of time off. I see that, but I'm like, damn, how do I get back to 95, man? My signal is kind of going in and out. You know what I'm in? Klepperper. Some little hick town called Klepperper.
Yeah, that ain't even showing on this map. Because 29 South is actually taking you also west at the same time, more west than south after you cross over the bridge. So I'm looking right here. Couplebird, let's see, Maryfield, hang on, Legato. All right, yeah, give me a quick second. I'm just gonna go ahead and map it. East Jordy Park, Arlington, right outside of Charlottesville. Gotcha. You got it.
You see anything called Prince Michael?
No, that's what I'm looking for now. I'm gonna check the route between Charlottesville and 29 South and DC. Oh, wait a minute.
Passed DC a long.
Oh,
I passed
okay.
DC a long time ago, bro.
Oh, I thought. Okay, I'm always starting from DC.
Yeah, I'm going
All right.
south. Yeah. Yeah, I just entered something called Madison County, Virginia.
Oh, you were. Yeah. Okay, I see you. No, it does not go back to 95 in that area. If you're that far.
Hey, shalom, nephew. You been up?
What interstate is it going to run into?
Oh, okay. Were you gonna sit down and talk?
You
Okay,
said
cool.
you said by Madison, so it goes all the way to 64.
Yeah, I'm in Madison County, Virginia right now.
Yeah, so
so
you passed
29 going south.
So you passed Culpeper, Madison. You about to come up on
Alexa,
Rutgers.
spell subscribe.
Subscribe.
Hold on, Nefertari, can you mute yourself again? Hold on, let me mute him.
Cribe.
Nefertari, can you mute yourself? Hold on, man. Let me mute him. I can't even hear.
And my apologies, King.
All right, say that again. That should be.
All right, so you're coming up on Ruckersville. So what you're gonna run into is 64 and 85.
Yeah, that's what I need. 85. 85 is a direct shot, backfill enter.
All right.
But
yes.
Where would I pick up 85 at? Like how far? Because I'm trying to determine where I'm going to stop at. Because it's going to get dark pretty soon. I don't want to be out here at Hicksville.
Well, all right. Well, then you're going to have to hit 64 and you're going to have to hit 64 East. So that's going to be in Charlottesville. That's the best route.
All right.
Or you're going to have to go backwards toward Fredericksburg.
Oh, no, I'm not going way back there.
But I'll just pick it up. Yeah, since you're on 29, I'm not familiar with these towns, but 29 is the shortest route to Greensboro.
Greensboro?
Yeah, 29 is the shortest route to Greensboro, and you could pick up 85 there. But the fastest way to 85, it'll take you back toward Richmond, in that direction.
And I'm not going back.
Once you hit Charlottesville. All right, so you trying to find a place to like overnight or something like that? Take a rest?
Yeah, I'm probably got about another hour daylight, so I'll probably drop beyond Charlottesville. I just need to be. Right. I like to be on major interstates, not these highways.
Yeah, so
I'm only 33 miles from Charlottesville.
Okay, all right. So you're gonna hit 64. That'll be the best. Yeah, that'll be the best spot. It looks like. Yeah, that's the back way. Kingswood, Livingston, all that.
I'm familiar with 64.
Yeah.
Going back the opposite direction, that would take you right into Richmond.
Yeah, so once you hit Charlottesville, you can either go 20 or stay on 29, but 29 looks like that is the best route and it's the fastest way from where you're at right now.
What do you mean, Interstate 20 or Highway 20?
Highway 20.
Oh no, I ain't mess with that, man. I like to get off of the highways, man, at night.
Con.
All right. I'll just pick up 64 in Richmond.
Like, I think you should take 64 east through Richmond, and then you could jump on 95.
Oh yeah, that would be even better, man. Because I'm familiar with that route.
Because if you coming on 29, when you get by Charlottesville, you just take 64 east and then go to 95 from Richmond.
How far does this look like that is at distance? That's not backtracking, is it? I don't want to backtrack because I already took a lot off of my time already. I took about an hour and a half off of the time by taking this route.
So it's another about 30, looks like about another 40 miles from Charlottesville to Richmond to hit 95 in that direction.
95, I'm going 90. Okay, in Charlottesville, I'm hitting 64 east.
Correct, 64 east, and that's where you're going to hit 95 in Richmond. That's about another about 40 miles, maybe 45.
Yeah, that Richmond, once you pass Richmond, you should have the option to stay on 95 or either pick up 85 in Petersburg.
Correct.
Yeah, I'm familiar with that. Yeah,
Yeah.
All right, I'll probably just stick to 64 east. Looks like I might have, what time is it? 5, maybe another hour light, if that.
No, yeah, about an hour and 15. You should be able to get that.
Back to the 95, but it's way out there. I thought I would have kind of passed Richmond, but I guess not, because I know I passed Fredericksburg, but I guess from Fredericksburg, Richmond is generally like another 45 minutes to an hour when I'm on 95. It's all good.
Yeah, I don't know why I thought you said you was in D.C. Yeah, that's my bad.
No, I mean, the traffic was so bad then. If I had went through D.C., I was looking at 11 hours and a half.
Oh,
from Baltimore. I was coming from Baltimore. Yeah. So I just got it off, man, to try and go around all the traffic.
Come on.
Now Fatali got quiet now, huh?
Man, that's serious business. Yeah, I don't like to see my elder out there, going through that road like that. So it's serious business. I didn't realize I was on mute.
I mean, it's all good. I was just trying to find the the most direct route to get to an interstate. You know what I mean? Trying to kind of shut down.
Yeah, you traveling with the royal bloodline, man. It's best that you know your left and rights and be on your P's and Q's out there. So absolutely, you got my silence when it comes to that, trying to find your directions out there, brother. I don't want you to be dismayed. Bring upon my enemies the day of evil and destroy them with a double destruction and let them be dismayed, but not the honorable elder Kahan Tazadak. Let him get there and get there with the Most High's grace. It's raining over here too, so that's where there was a president to go ahead and mute the phone and call silence. So I could imagine. I don't know.
It's raining over there, isn't it, Yashabir?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. I was watching the news for the travel back. They say, they have a couple flash flood warnings in Georgia and Florida.
Yeah.
But praise be the Most High, it's not raining out here yet. But I
Um,
surmise the closer I get,
yeah, it's supposed to get down to like in the 30s tomorrow. We'll see.
mm,
But it ain't that bad.
that means, if it hit 32, that's gonna be ice.
Yeah, I think it's only gonna be like 35. Be close to it. Maybe some places.
All right.
Um, but you know how this weather go. You don't like it, wait 5 minutes, it'll change. Like modern day women.
Uh,
They want equality till they
uh,
get knocked out. Until they gotta pay child
so
support.
it's not, or ask for the check. Just ask for the check. Come Hey, can you get the check this time?
God.
She forgot her purse, huh? She forgot her purse.
How convenient.
Uh-huh.
God.
Oh man.
Can't make it up, man.
Oh,
For real.
clean that one.
I want you to pay for everything. I want you to protect me, but I don't want to respect you. I will listen. What Khan used to say? I'll do that, and I'll listen to that, but I'm not going to
Not
do that.
do that.
At all. At all.
Yeah. Want my provision, but you don't want to listen.
God.
Hey man.
Yeah, man. We just take everything back to the basics, man. All the stuff will fix itself.
Yep.
Huh.
The woman can't do the same thing as men can do. So everything is in line to disrespect, a man in downplaying his ability. You wonder why society's messed up. What Khan brought last night about all that child support using to fund the judges' retirement and tearing the families up,
Huh.
using the
So
emotions.
yeah, so what they're doing in 1935, they came out with something called AFDC. And so what that was, you was paying the government money. And so the government would take care of families that were actually having hardships. So what they're not telling people is a lot of that is still in effect in the modern day. So when a woman goes and get welfare, child support, any of that, the state automatically hits the man up and make him pay them back. And you think the money is going to the woman, but it's not going to the woman. It's going to the state, and the state is sharing 50% of that with the federal government.
Hey.
So the children are not saying the money. They telling her, you're essentially paying the state back. That's it. Bottom line.
Huh.
Yep, disrespecting the man, legacy, and putting society at jeopardy, our communities at jeopardy in the process.
Huh.
God. Yeah, Salakia. I wanted to say something about all these Eves that don't believe in what was made of the image of the Most High. Okay? When you go opposite that, let's use that word, lowercase g, God. You don't respect the lowercase g, God, the man. All right? You go opposite that. Flip that word around. Go outside every day. What do you see? Women with dogs. Okay?
Uh,
I'm not. I can't make this stuff up.
Nah, you spitting facts.
Con,
Yeah.
and perfect clarification when it comes to the separation there, little God. She does not respect the little God, the man.
Come.
Most High says that in the book of Psalms, chapter 82, verse 6. It says, "You are all gods and you are children of the Most High." She doesn't respect the God that the Most High has made in his image, that he has set here on earth to come out of the womb of a woman. She doesn't respect the nappy hair and skin of fine burnt brass. So that was a great separation so that there's no confusion. You know, the Most High's laws are not confusing, and that's what we want. We want the Most High's laws to reign on this earth. As it is in heaven, so shall it be on earth.
I can't wait till we get that Kanaz up.
Yep.
Yeah, someone saw me in uniform today out there, turban on, fringes on, Israelite insignia on the shirt. They were actually asking, is there a chapter down here in Jacksonville that they could assemble at? And do we even have one in Jacksonville, Florida? So when we say we're waiting for that Kanas to get built, you know, that Kanas is something that you brothers have to erect in each and every one of your individual cities. Because, you know, the Kahan done made us masters at this game of commerce, you know. So with that being said, when we talk about the Kanas that has to be erected, think about erecting one in your own city, because we can't put all this on our elder, you know. It's up to you. You brothers are pastors also. You know, Kahan gives us what the Most High gave him to give us. So then remember what Yahushua said. Don't marvel at what I can do. You can do greater. So don't marvel at what our elder can do, because he tells us we can replicate the same thing. So when we think about this Kanas being built, let's not put it all on our elder. He is training us in the game of commerce so we can erect our own temple, our own Kanas within the cities. Because like I said, this morning, someone recognized the uniform, the fringes, and they also recognized the diadem. They said, where is the chapter? And sure enough, I told them about Atlanta and I gave them the website. But eventually it's going to be each and every one of you brothers' duty on this panel today to erect a Kanas in your own city. So keep that in mind. We can't put this all on our elder Kahan. You are now accountable too. You are now accountable too. We can't keep putting this erection or resurrection of this Kanas on our elder, the Honorable Kahan Tazadak, because it's people in your own city who are being afflicted of aphasia. They don't know how to get on the YouTube. They're not computer savvy. They know nothing about what a allodial title means. They know nothing about commerce. They know nothing of what our Honorable Elder Kahan Tazadak has taught us. So it's our duty to work as best we can and ask the Most High to allow him to continue to use us so we can erect those temples on our own demographics. But we'll start with this one. But like Kahan says, let's at least work together to get this first one built. And it's going to take 5 G's. And that's not bad. Not when you're on this level. It's like, I'm ready. I'm so ready. That's just what? One phone call away on a credit card? I'm so ready. I'm so EFT ready. I'm so UCC free ready. Okay. I'm so close to Janet Yellen. It's unbelievable ready. You did? So, you know, that's why I say we need to come together, the brothers that's on the panel. I'm hoping that some of y'all can get there before the commencement actually starts so we can sit down with our elder, the Honorable Kahan Tazadak, and possibly go ahead and talk about putting some funds together and going ahead and erecting this temple in Atlanta, Georgia. Once you see that blueprint, just follow it and do it in your demographics. Okay? There's our elder, David Dave. Shalom, Elder David Dave. This is the Honorable David Dave. Good to see you, brother. Shabbat shalom. But yeah, that's what I suggest we do. You know, we all should go ahead and try to get together before the commencement actually takes place and sit down with our elder Kahan and really get serious about erecting the temple, because it's happening, y'all. It's happening all too fast. It's happening. All too fast. So I digress.
Well said, Nefertali. Well said.
Yeah, it's such an honor to be sitting at the table with you, brothers, when we do commence, man. This is I'm so excited. I've been losing sleep. Okay. I can't wait to catch up.
Yeah, got that itch. Yeah, man.
Brother. Look at here's a kingly state of mind, and brother, why sleep? I eat my vegan meal. I have my grapes, my seeded grapes. I have my strawberries, and I have me a little bit of vegan, macaroni and cheese, and that's all I'm consuming now. Is based on thought, brother. It's based on my mindset.
Oh, praise the Most High.
Yeah, man. So the Elder Kahan Tazadok, the Honorable Elder Kahan Tazadok, he raising us up right, Kings. If one can ever disengage with his emotions, boy, you'll be so powerful. If you could ever catch Kahan cutting you and go into that mindset and fix it, how much stronger you would be. If you would only subscribe to the channel, if you would only show up to these high holy days, if you would only get the books, if you would only stay tuned, if you would only participate, man, that Kahan by way of the Most High. And I'm not saying it's the flesh suit, it's the spirit of the Most High that's housed in that meat suit that you guys call the Kahan. It's the spirit of the Most High in there that alleviates us from a disease and a parasite known as aphasia. Okay? Let's not get it twisted, folks. Let's not get it twisted. It's the spirit of the Most High, what we call the spirit of Ruach, that has encompassed our good brother Kahan Tazadok. When the Most High put our elder, the honorable Kahan Tazadok, through what he had been through, that good brother Kahan had a choice to sit up here and be a reprobate or surrender to the Most High, the Supreme Elohim Yahweh. Y'all already know what he did. He said, I'd rather go down with you. I'm going to be homeless. I'm going to be sleeping in the car. Let me wake up in Shemaiah. And I ain't even got to have this conversation with that brother. It's just when you on this clean frequency and your pineal gland is not calcified, you know what they know, literally. That's why I say if one of these Hebrew Israelite men catch you trying to administer the adulterous spirit on their wife by way of your eyes, that brother has every right to smite you where he stands. It is his biblical duty to do as such. He can't stray away from the commandments that the Most High has told him to do. And as his brothers, we're supposed to help and aid and obey him. And we all in different cities. Don't go disappearing because you done violated the Big Ten. Don't go disappearing. Don't do this, folks. Don't do this. We're not worried about what Esau in the Western Hemisphere, the mindset, the colonizers, we're not worried about what they can do. We only worry about what the Supreme Elohim, Yahweh, can do, because only he has the power to destroy the meat suit and the soul. A coward dies 1,000 deaths. A Hebrew Israelite king, Yasharallah, only dies one.
Praise be the Most High, because it can only be through the Most High, through a good brother like Kahan, that the lust demon could come off me. I was a crackhead for lust. You see what I'm saying?
Take the next right onto Stone Ridge Drive North.
Yeah, that's part of being your brother's keeper. Obviously, the Most High saw you had enough and put you in this pathway of the honorable Kahan Tazadok. That's something that people got to get out of their mind. This so-called mindset, I don't believe, okay? Let's not forget, it implies that something is evident, but that one does not or will not accept it because the evidence does not fit an existing belief. An example is existing denial. The phrase, I don't believe, is often the first thing someone says when he eventually accepts that which becomes obvious to him in due time. When you tune into T-Doc, you are presented with information, not just to resolve mistaken belief, but to provide information that may not be readily available to a person who is unaware. I digress.
All right, I'm going to shut this down, man. I'm going to run inside, get some gas. I'm trying to get the 64 before this night.
Come on, Khan. Travel safely, King. Shabbat shalom, and thank you for hosting this broadcasting tonight, brother.
All right, shalom.
Shalom, Maki.
Shalom, Maki.